I'm going to be talking about episode 3 of Beyond Oak Island. Here's a description of what episode 3 of Beyond Oak Island is about. Season 2, episode 3, The Buried Loot of Sam Bass. The Lagunas and Marty Blake help treasure hunters Donna, McCualey, and Gypsy Jules search 2 hideouts in Mineral Springs, Texas, where the legendary outlaw Sam Bass is believed to have stashed more than $1 million in stolen gold. Sam Bass, his reign of terror started in the 1870s. He and his group started out as ranchers, and he came from another part of the U.S. and moved to Texas because he was interested in being a rancher, and that just made him like, I want to do that. But he soon found out that it was not profitable, so he and his bandit group came up with a big plan that nobody had ever done, and that was to rob a train. They went to a station where a train was stopped, and they cut the telegraph wires and stuff so the conductor couldn't reach out to anyone, and he and his group of bandits, they went onto the train and they tried to get into a safe, but they couldn't. They saw these 3 chests, and these 3 chests came from San Francisco, and they were $20 double-eagled coins that had just been minted in San Francisco. And in 1870, that was $20,000 worth of coins, and these things were pretty much pure gold. There's very few of these double-eagled coins, and in today's dollars, it could be worth $1 million to $5+ million worth of treasure. When they took the treasure, they couldn't spend it because the coins were hot. So if they spent it somewhere, they could be traced to that robbery. What they ended up doing was 4 of the bandits, they worked together and they buried 4 boxes of treasure across Texas. And Donna, McCualey, and Gypsy Jules, they had been doing research and they found a couple spots, Sam Bass's Springs, and another area a little ways away from the other hideout. And this was kind of on like a small mountain. It's believed that he hid treasure in both places. They believed there was a camp there, and then there was a spring that Sam Bass and his bandits used to get water for themselves and also their horses. The property owners who owned it, they didn't want any treasure hunters on there. What ended up happening is recently that property was sold, so those new property owners gave Donna, McCualey, and Gypsy Jewel access to the property to search. When they and Matty Blake were out searching for the lost coins that Sam Bass and his bandits hid, they found a coin from that time period, but it was not a double gold eagle one. And then they found like a shovel from a metal handle where the wood meets it. They found that from that time period on that area. And then they went to the Sam Bass Springs, which they searched and they got a hit. It was too deep, so Gypsy Jules and Donna McCualey are gonna have to get permits and stuff to come back and do a dig there. They went to another spot a little ways away from Sam Bass Springs hideout. It was another hideout that they had gone to, and it was on like a mini mountain in Texas. They believed that there was a camp because where there's a house built, they found out that there was a well there. So they got permission from the guy who owns the house to search his property and come into his house to look at the well, because the house is built on top of that old well. They went up into the mini mountain, and while they were searching, they got a hit, and it was a penny probably from the early 1900s, so that's not from the time period. Then after they'd searched a while up there, they went into the house and they started looking into the, well, it's a very tight space, but he saw this hole that was maybe about that big. They ended up sending a camera in to see if there was any treasure, see if there was any coins or something like that there. But they found maybe a cloth bag that possibly could hold coins that were stolen on the train heist that had $20,000 worth of $20 double-eagled coins. Gypsy Jewel went down with a pinpointer and she scanned the floor of the well. She got a hit, but it turned out to be a broken off head of an old nail from that time period. So Donna, McCualey, and Gypsy Jewel, they're planning on going back to those same locations to do more exploring and start digging up some of these areas where they think Sam Bass had buried parts of the coins that he stole. That is what episode 3 of Beyond Oak Island is about. It was pretty interesting because, as you know, I'm fascinated with treasure and shipwrecks, and someday I hope to be able to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this episode. Don't forget to hit the bell icon down below so I can be notified when I upload videos. Also, please share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. If you ain't dreaming, you ain't living. Don't forget to dream big.